Greetings, YouTube. LMS Tactical here. Hope everybody's doing good. Sunday, and of course, the minute I come out here with my dog, it starts raining. You probably can't see it, but it's raining right now. Anyways, long ago, I did a video on prepping and purchasing of silver, gold, and that was so long ago, and that video is so far back in the list of videos. Maybe I ought to do another one. My main point was gonna be to focus on how and where to store it, but maybe let's just talk about it. A lot of people wrongfully believe, now this is all my opinion, that if you don't have a whole ton of money, that it's almost pointless to try and even think about buying silver and gold. And again, I'm no expert. This is just how I do it. I want you to realize that you may not have $5,000 to buy gold or silver, but if you go on to eBay, and I did this, years ago, and I still do it. Some people are afraid to buy gold and silver off of eBay. The rule of thumb I use is if you don't have 100% or at least 99% approval rating, they have the approval rating in the upper right hand corner, then I won't do business with you. If I'm going to buy gold, I read some of the comments. And I look at the negative comments if there are any, and usually it's something trivial like it took, 4 days instead of 3. You want to go over here, Charlie? You want to go swimming? No? So, eBay is a great place to buy, specifically silver. If you don't have a ton of money, and even if you do, you'd be surprised. You set your bottom. You look at the value of the metal that you're interested in. In this case, silver. If you can get a Kennedy half dollar, that's a 1964s are the only ones that I'm aware of, where they're made mostly out of silver, and I can't remember the percentage, but it's close to 90% silver. It's a good way to buy silver for the purposes of prepping. You can go there and I remember I was scooping them up all day long at $11 each. I like to get those that have free shipping. If it's free shipping, I won't go over, I do the buy it now, and by today's market, I probably, I've got a few on the way right now that I bought a couple days ago, and I think I paid $12 for them. That might be a little high, but that included shipping and everything. The point is, you start buying those, and before you know it, every chance you get, you buy 2 or 3 of them, and before you know it, you got 100, 200 of them. You got a bag of silver. Now, the object of buying precious metals for the purposes of prepping is to prep. And you're prepping for what? Well, a day that you don't have any money, or the dollar value is non-existent, or whatever. And you've got this buying precious metals is in conjunction with other prepping steps you've taken. So let's just say hypothetically you're at your bug out location, and you're tired of eating worms and roots. You'd like a little chicken, or steak. So you go down the dirt road to the farmer that and you offer him, 50 pieces of silver, the Kennedy half dollars for, 3 chickens, whatever. It just depends on what the market is, during that part of your prepping experience, or your survival experience, I should say. To get bigger, more concentrated silver coins, then you want to get into like the Morgan silver dollar. Those are awesome buys, and they have, I can never say the word, it's numismatic, and here comes somebody, so I'm at the pause. I'll get right back on it. Hang on.
Force field failure imminent. 20.
Back with you. You won't believe it. That was a half an hour talk with 2 very nice old people with their dogs. you know, you meet people out here sometimes and it restores my faith in humanity. Anyways, what was I talking about? Gold. Okay, so if you want to buy something with a little more substance, then you might be interested in like the Morgans. This is all stuff you can research online. Don't take any of this from me. Wait a minute. I hear a deer. Something walking in the woods over here. It's Bigfoot. Okay, so, you know, this is the kind of thing that scares the crap out of Charlie, is when somebody starts shooting ducks. Charlie, it's okay. Stay by Daddy, it's okay. Just guns. I thought somebody from Ferguson, Missouri found me, and I'd walked into an ambush. Just kidding. Anyways, Charlie, you're okay. So, yeah, don't take my advice for it. Or you know, I'm not like an investor, dude. Okay, let's finish that part of the whole thing. So you're gonna go on eBay. I don't care if you've got an extra $50 a month. You can buy a few coins, save up for a couple, whatever. See, here's the thing: when the dollar is not worth anything, when all banks are closed down, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it has happened in other countries, Greece and a couple others. Listen, it's happened here in this country when everything was confiscated. One of the things I want to say is, on that note, you don't want to buy, as a rule, you don't want to get into the gold bars. I don't know how that made me remember that, but for some reason I was thinking of that. The gold bars, they're fun to have and they look cool, but they're really hard to turn around. You know, like if you're going to pay that farmer for some chicken meat or cattle, what are you going to do? Give them a freaking gold bar? The coins are something that people recognize. Everybody sees them. You want to go in the water? Come here. Let me take it off. Let me take it off. Wait. Okay. So the gold bars are typically, if you've got some extra money and you want to save them long term. They're like long term investment type situations. Okay, so let's assume that you've got your supply of silver, a little bit of gold, you got some gold coins, you know, American Eagles, whatever. Oh, and before I forget, I've been told by different investors, for the purposes of prepping, and for other reasons, you really want to stay away from those advertisements where you see, like, you know, a panda bear or whatever, you know, commemorative coins and shit, because, you know, those may or may not increase in value, but that's such a risk. You know, in times of need, people want what they recognize as currency. Good old American Kennedys and you know, the American Eagle gold pieces and the Morgans for silver. That's shit that people recognize. Okay, so you finally got your collection, but now what do you do with it? Well, if you keep it in your house, that's kind of dumb, because your house may burn down. Somebody may break in. Oh, I have a safe. You know, somebody may do a home invasion, force you to open the safe. You never keep anything in your house, ever. But, and here's the kicker, if you decide to keep it somewhere else, make sure that you and maybe one or two other people know, and that's it. And these got to be people you can really trust. And hang on a second, I see a real good photo opportunity. You guys see that pumpkin? I got to do this. This is going to be cool. Good pictures. I mean, you can't pass up a gold retriever and a pumpkin. It's like a federal law, you gotta take a picture. Anyways, you need to tell at least one, preferably two people that you trust, so that if something happens, if you die, your money's not lost. You need to, that's rule one. Rule two, it's gotta be somewhere secure, not easy to get to. And if you're gonna bury it, a lot of people say, oh, just bury it. You can bury it, but you got to remember, there are people with metal detectors that spend an awful lot of time looking for hidden treasure like that. So if you're going to bury it, make sure, at the very least, I would bury it somewhere where it was absolutely inaccessible to anybody except somebody really that knew where they were going. And remember, terrain changes over the years, so you got to take that into consideration and make sure that you select landmarks that aren't going to change, and hopefully use a GPS so you can get a grid square. Anyways, once you've buried it, hopefully you put it in a nice weatherproof container. They sell them very cheaply at cheaperthandirt.com and some other places. Make sure that you go deep and that you seed the soil all the way down to the thing full of metallic crap, nuts, bolts, screws, not just in that one spot, but for about 50 yards around that area. So any metal detector over there will get so tired of going through all the bullshit that they just give up and figure, fuck it. There must have been an old building here because there's a ton of nails and shit. Does that make sense? Good. And that's it, man. I mean, don't think because, look, don't think because you don't have any now that it's too late. You know, I hate to say prices are going to rise, but that's what they say. So after you watch this video, just go on eBay and just Google silver coins or 1964 Kennedys and just have fun with it. You know, see what you can find. You don't have to commit to anything. I hope that helps. LMS Tactical, I'm out of here.